when Mike, you talk about the rotation that you're seeing there, I look at this and I see a green blob and I see a red blob. What about that green and red indicates to you that this is rotation? Because I've seen you talk about this before.
Yeah.
You've got that green right next to the red. How do you interpret that, Mike?
Sure, let's get back to it here. And you can see it right here in the North Glade area. So this is indicating the direction of the winds from a Doppler radar. It's actually listening to the winds to see which way that they are going. Nope, and that's the wrong thing. Let's get that off of there. How about a pencil? There we go. And this is taking the winds in the red down this way, this direction.
Okay.
We have winds going to the north in the areas in green. So when those are touching, we know we have very tight circulation in that area. Now, this is a long ways away from the Pittsburgh airport, and the radar actually shoots at about a ½ degree angle. So by the time it gets out here, it's pretty high up in the sky. So we're showing what's happening above these places. We're not showing what's happening on the ground, okay?
Right.
So we know there's rotation above. We just don't know if that rotation is getting down to the ground or not yet.
And that hail slide that you showed too, when you put that over top of it, that's a really great indicator of the real damage that's possible for these folks. And I look at the direction everything's going in right now. It's very serious.
Very serious, yeah. And we're just getting a report, Shannon, of a report of a funnel cloud in Kingwood. That was at 1:37. So that's when this was issued. No surprise that there was a funnel cloud in the area. We have a train spotter down there who said that he did not see it touch down, according to the train spotter. So right now, that is certainly some good news. And again, that's what we were talking about, how we're shooting the radar up above. We know there's rotation up above. It's the question is it going all the way down to the ground, or are we lucky and it's staying off the ground as just a funnel cloud? And that's certainly what we're hoping for and what we're rooting for. And at least in Kingwood, we know that that is the case. So let's take a look at this. Again, we have a tornado warning, which is in effect until 2 o'clock this afternoon. That is this red box right here. And again, we are looking at rotation in the same areas right now, moving through. And we're just getting a new warning in. That is a severe thunderstorm warning in effect. That's for Monongalia County, so we do not have to worry about that. Tornado warning, we'll get back to. We're seeing this rotation again, moving through that same area down towards North Glade. Also up here again. So a couple of areas where we're seeing rotation. Let's get in there close and tight, because this area too also is seeing some of that. So that means Barton and Lannaconing, this is moving in your direction. And again, I can't stress enough that whether there's a tornado on the ground or not, it really, in some cases, doesn't really matter. With straight line winds, 60 miles per hour or higher, they can cause even more damage or as much damage as a tornado coming through. So either way, this is likely going to be a destructive storm that's going to be moving in your direction. Gosh, look at that hail. That is just, that's rough. Now moving to the edge of that tornado warning box, heading towards the Merrill area and moving through Garrett County. But definitely some very large hail. The strong wind gusts up to 60 miles per hour certainly will cause damage, but also this hail is so large that I'm concerned about how much damage this hail is. Usually hail isn't the preeminent thing that we're looking at as far as causing damage. Usually it's these straight line winds that cause most of the damage. That's likely the case here as well. But I am concerned about this hail that is moving through. And of course, with lightning, you always have the issue with lightning strikes hitting home. So, I mean, just look at all that lightning. That is an incredible amount of lightning that is moving through Garrett County at this time.